Well, I'm with you and the Pope on this one. My personal opinion, it's hard to find religions in the world.
Alrighty, guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com and Santarelli Trading Exchange. So this morning I want to go over, we're live early today, about 10 minutes till opening bell here. So I wanted to go over the top market movers here and stuff that you guys could see. I put on the bottom of YouTube there, the top market movers, the watch list for the day that I'm going to be personally looking at. First one off here is Moderna, obviously. Actually, I went to Publix yesterday and they're giving out Moderna booster shots even though it wasn't approved yet. So, that's a nice thing seeing that. So that's getting a little climb today, up about 2.29% here in pre-market hours. Another one that was moving here was Tesla this morning. Now, I wrote these down a little bit earlier, so let's see if they're still on the run. Tesla's holding that 775, which was really nice. I like seeing that body above that 775. I'd really like to see it break that 790 today. I have a trade on this for going out to next week's expo. We picked up in the trade room together. So that's a nice one there. Let me just...
Just do it. I mean, one of the greatest taglines in history. We started this 7 weeks ago before there were any mandates anywhere else.
Alrighty, so again,
To do it.
let me get back to the trade room there. So that's looking good with Tesla. Another one that was on the market movers list here was AMD. That was up about 1%, but that was down quite a bit yesterday. That was down a little over 5%. So let's take a look at AMD now. Pulled back from the highs, but it's holding yesterday's candle here. Let's take a look at Q's, Diamond, SPY here quick. I want to go over those with you guys because as you can see, so far, we're not really seeing a big candle here today compared to yesterday's candle on the Q's, the NASDAQ here. So the Q's are still looking like we're going to continue to pull back. It's holding 360 right now. So like I said, 360 was support that I was talking about past few days here, when we had that first pullback all the way back here on the 20th. So again, we're going to see if we could hold that 360 today. If we blow through this 360, we could see a much further pullback on Qs, possibly down to 340. The major thing that's holding the markets back right now is the debt ceiling and government funding here. So that's the major thing that we have to see an agreement on. If we get that agreement, we might see things start to climb here. But also Biden's getting he's getting very social about raising taxes and whatnot like that for, companies. And, that's going to trickle down here as well. So that's why you're seeing that selling pressure. Because obviously, if companies are paying much more in taxes, if their tax rate goes higher, well, that's less, that's lower profit margins for investors. So that's why you're starting to see some of these tech stocks pull back here. Okay, so that's Qs. Let's take a look at SPY. SPY, and as you can see, it's got a green candle here today, but nothing major. Going to watch that throughout the first 15-30 minutes of the trading day, see if we start that run, that climb higher, or if we're going to continue to retrace throughout the day here today. So that's important to watch. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the Diamond ETF. Still trading below that 10-day simple moving average, well off the highs this morning, pre-market hours. So we'll see what that does here. Here's some other ones that were starting to climb. Palantir had a big retracement yesterday, getting a little climb there. PayPal, that one is up about 1%. Now, you remember, watching the watch list yesterday, we saw a lot of things down, 4, 5, 6, 7%. Right now, I'm barely seeing anything up, more than 1% here. The ones that are up more than 1% are Express. You got, let's see here, we have NVIDIA up 1.09%. We have Palantir up 1.1%. PayPal's up 1.02%. Square's up about 1.28%. We got 5 minutes until opening bell here. And remember, we have unemployment numbers coming out tomorrow. So that's going to be a market-moving event there as well. If more people are on unemployment, that you're going to see the market pull back there. So let's watch, give it the first 15-30 minutes of the day here, and see what we're going to do. NVIDIA was climbing pretty nicely, up about 1.39%. I'm looking at my other watch list here on the iMac. Tilray, NBev, they're looking pretty good here. Some of the Brazilian ETFs like Embraer, if you guys take a look at ERJ, that one's getting a nice little climb. That one, you know, so see the nice thing about Embraer here, you got resistance at $18 a share, and you got some support here right around 17 that it's been holding. So climb above 18, that'd be a nice entry. And like I said, we've been talking about Embraer here. You know, this was a takeover target prior to COVID, pre-pandemic here. So, you know, that one still has a lot of room to run. It's only $17. I remember us trading this when it was $6, $7 here. So I want to keep an eye on that. Another one that's on over there is BRFS. That one's getting a climb here. Now this is a nice one. Look at this 3-month daily chart here. You're seeing that breakout and the trade plan just starting to form. You got the 1020 cross. We have the crossover on the MACD. We got green bars above the 0 line on the histogram of the moving average convergence divergence. If we zoom out a little bit here, you can see we could have some next resistance right around $6. So this is one, I think it does trade options. Let me see. So this is one that would be really nice to just buy some shares, sell some covered calls in. I believe it does. Let me just double check. And it does. So, you know, you could go out to that November Expo, you know, sell to open. You know, they're really not too much volume coming in here. So that one wouldn't be as great for it. I mean, if you wanted to go out to March 18th of 2022, sell to open that 750 there, you know, for about 8 cents. You could do that, but nothing really coming in here short term. But that's a nice one to pick up some shares on. Pretty cheap, $5, and target that $6 there. And if you wanted to hold it longer term, you could easily target that 10, you know, to possibly even $15 over the course of the next few years. Let's see, NVIDIA still on the climb there in pre-market. We are opening in about 2 minutes. Airbnb was actually just named. I'm looking at, I was doing some research this morning. Let me see, who was I looking at here? It was named one of the best stocks to buy for October. Airbnb. I saw some good value stocks here that came up here. UWM Holdings. Let's take a look at a few of these here. I was looking at these right before I started getting together some of the upgrades, downgrades, and market movers. UWMC. 6-month daily. It's really consolidating, still in BDM there. That's got a market cap of 0.7 billion. 12-month trailing PE ratio of 1.2, which is pretty low. That's great. Let's take a look at QRT. Now, see, this one's one that's just starting to break out here, you know. You're just starting to get that 1020 cross. You're trading above that 20-day simple moving average. MACD's looking good here, and you got plenty of room to the upside here. And especially if we zoom out a bit, not a bad thing. Not a bad thing to get into for something like, you know, that 25 target, even just that 20 target for like maybe like about a year out. But I like the channel here. If you draw a channel on this, take a look.
SABR, Sabre launches Census Property Hub. That's Sandy Alpha Bravo Romeo.
Exactly 1 minute till we get started with trading here at the NYC on what Jim and I like to call Hump Day.
Yes, and we're about to get a lot of screaming here because of Warby Parker.
We are, so get in Dollar Tree, which you already told us you want to do.
So there's a nice channel there forming to the upside. I like that. And that just got mentioned as one of the best value stocks to buy for the rest of 2021 there. So, you know, keep that on your watch list. I'll add that to my watch list up above. Here we go, guys. Markets are open. We got another nice gain on Ford here this morning, guys. I am going to be looking to close out that Ford trade because we got some nice profits on that. That Ford trade's in the green, and going to be looking to take in some profits here soon on that. I'd like to see it around 15 before I take profits on that Ford. I have 50 contracts for that October 15-13 strike. So I'll keep an eye on that. Tesla, let's see what Tesla's doing here.
The base scenario that in his document.
Now see how much Dow pulled back quite a bit here. We'll see what the NASDAQ does. Up about 77 points right now. S&P's up about 17. I'm putting Q's up above here. Today, 1 minute. That's still on the climb. That's looking good. There goes Q's continuing to break out here. It's looking good on it today, 1 minute. That's what I want to see. We could look for a possible day trade strategy with that 15-minute opening range. The highs and the lows of the first 15 minutes there, and then look for a break above or below that. Let me put SPY on this one here.
$12 now. November Echo Oscar November.
Is almost here, and that is the vote of shareholders of 5-9 to whether or not they're going to accept the offer, and they're not. Of course they're not. There's not a chance they're going to. The 5-9 stock is well below the price at which it had happened prior to the Zoom deal. Zoom stock has gone down, down, down.
So whereas 50 times
And
earnings,
it is
that's
a all-stock transaction, and you can see what's happened there. So the question will become, Jim, what will happen? What will happen? Has there been enough negotiation between the two parties that Zoom is going to...
Market's still getting a climb here, guys.
5-9 shareholders will vote in favor. From what I'm hearing at this point, they just
Dow
haven't
Jones
gotten
Industrial
far
Average
enough
up
along.
0.3%,
Most likely they
S&P
adjourn the vote
500
tomorrow.
up 0.4%,
We see that.
Nasdaq
They
Composite
won't
up
vote up or
0.5%
down. They'll just adjourn.
after
they
the
need a
open.
platform, they need an ecosystem. This company is vital.
Robinhood's starting to climb. Q's still on the
AOA,
climb.
yep,
SPY's on the climb here.
on a circuit breaker now at the highs, $12.30. November Echo Oscar November.
Q's are looking great there. Yeah, I'm watching Moderna over here.
Company announcing their touchdown.
Moderna was having a nice move there.
Selected for trial.
I was watching Biontech and Pfizer as well. Pfizer's still climbing.
Echo Oscar November now halted on a circuit breaker. NEON.
Watching AMD, that looks like it wants to climb there. Q's pulled back a little bit there.
Now, he has never tracked Zoom. It's not like the old days where people just trash each other. But I think Cisco's got a very credible product, has very good orders. I would not want to go against Chuck Robbins right now, other than in football because he likes the Falcons. It's the only thing.
There goes Moderna continuing to climb there, Randy. Guys, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and if you could share it on social media, I'd really appreciate that. There goes Q's holding that 361.50. Let's see if it continues to climb there and takes out the highs there on that previous candle. I'm looking at the watch list. I'm scanning through that. Airbnb is still on the climb at 171 right now on Airbnb. SPY's starting to pull back a little bit there. A couple of candles back down to that 10. Let's see if there's anything on this watch list. NBev. Tilray pulled back significantly. Moderna's up 2.7%. Boeing's still on the climb. Boeing's up over 3% right now. Let's take a look at Boeing quick. Boeing's up 3.07%. Let's take a look at that 3-month daily. Just had that 1020 cross 2 days ago. Not looking too bad there. Everything is definitely pulling back from the highs right now. That's why the first 15 minutes, look at the charts here, because when you zoom in on that today 1 minute, we're able to analyze with these SMAs here, the simple moving averages, the MACD, and kind of follow our trade plan a little bit better when we give it some time. See what it does at those averages. Moderna is consolidating, but starting to break that consolidation zone. Closing in on 396 on Moderna. AMD just had the crossover. They're saying Powell's going to be losing his job. I got to say, he didn't do a bad job.
Let's go back to big cap, mega cap tech for a moment. I don't like that for now. Apple, Facebook, Alphabet, Amazon, Microsoft, all up, but not up big. As we get started here,
There goes AMD. Take a look here at AMD.
what are your thoughts?
No, stay away until the sellers are done. Don't be a hero. Pick one if you want. I mean, the ones that are doing well. Facebook, I could talk about endlessly.
SPY's starting to get a climb now off that 10. Big breakout on AMD there. There goes Q's. Nice climb on Q's, guys. Take a look at Q's. We're analyzing all these charts in front of us. We're watching us break out of this consolidation, starting to climb here. There goes Moderna. New highs of the day on Moderna, 396.89. Big breakout on Moderna. Q's, new highs of the day on that candle. SPY is climbing off that 10.
Yes, he does.
Who taught the Pope to tweet? Is it a little?
I don't know.
Okay, someone taught the Pope to tweet. That's a good question.
Okay.
Come on. Who doesn't like you? Who doesn't like you in the media? I mean, Mark Benioff.
Randy, that Moderna is looking great there. Look at that Moderna. New highs of the day on Moderna, 397.50.
By the way, those days are over. He and I
Are you in a Moderna trade? Skyjack says Lucid, LCID. I hate when that does that. There goes Lucid on the climb up, almost 10%. Now, see, that was the thing. Skyjack, remember we were talking about this the other day, about how patient and disciplined Skyjack is here, because following that trade plan, look what it did. It had that big run, and it still followed that trade plan. It held right around that 25 support. Most importantly, it held that 10-day simple moving average on a daily chart here. Now, look what's happening with Lucid. It's breaking out again now. Candle above previous candle's body. It's just coming off that support. So that's a confirmation candle, and that's looking really great there. So Lucid looks ready for another nice run. There goes Moderna here at more highs of the day. Lucid's looking good on a today 1 minute chart there as well. Moderna, new highs of the day on Moderna.
They're mostly at home, and that's fine. And so the digital infrastructure is extremely important. The digital
SPY's continuing to pull back. SPY's at new lows of the day right now.
and we're not going back, and that's why we slack.
Guys, this morning Morgan Stanley's got a note out about some.
EAFT
They point out,
resuming
for
straight
example,
now.
in New York City,
Alpha,
Jim, apartment rents are way up. They're up almost 12%, but office rents are down 7.5%, even as vacancy rates are near the record from Q3 of 21, as people are moving back into cities, but still don't have need.
Boeing is still on the climb, up almost 4% now on Boeing. Take a look at Boeing.
Just the continual not coming back to the office.
right.
It's very interesting. If you read Trailblazer, Carl, which is Mark Benioff's book, he talks about the importance of the Ohana, of giant lobbies,
And the yellow eye, Mercado Libre.
to be able to get together.
There goes SPY getting a climb there off that 434.50. See if it could continue there. Boeing's still on the climb there. Boeing options are pretty expensive right now, though,
Right under the symbol NEKA, Michael Echo Kilo Alpha.
which means you're not going to get that big of a move. Actually, they're not too bad for the October 1st expo here. 227.50s are going for about 270. That's not bad.
A good time living in cities, want to be around other people, but still have a digital
We'll let you know, Randy. Just watching what the markets are doing here. We're not getting a huge climb. After yesterday's big sell-off, I would have expected a relief rally here, and we're not really seeing a relief rally, you know? I mean, we're up 0.25% after being down 3% yesterday, so this definitely isn't no relief. So, you know, I'm not getting triggered into going long here just for the hell of going long. And there goes SPY pulling back again here. Qs are trading below that 10-day simple moving average. If you take a look at Qs here, Qs are trading below that 10 right now. So we're going to see if this is a transition and starting to pull below. We'll see. That's why we give it the first 15 to 30 minutes here. Look at those highs, those lows. AMD pulling back sharply. Qs pulling back. SPY. Moderna is climbing off that 10 right now.
Some people are creatures of habit, but talk about dinosaurs. I think it's so necessary to be with younger people and find out what they're up to. I don't know how do you train a younger person on Zoom? How do you do it? Well, I gotta tell you.
Let me see. SEAL, SEEL. That's looking really good there, Randy. That's looking great. Let's see what the volume is coming in on this. Now, see, this one has very low volume coming in, so. So that's you're going to see large fluctuations in that. So if you jump into something like that, just be prepared. But I like it. It's a nice looking chart there. You know, you got some resistance right around 350. And if it breaks that 350, you know, you could quickly see that $4. Maybe even up to 650 there. Let's see. I doubt there's any options on it, is there? Option chain. SEEL. Ah, they do have options on it. Now look at that. Now this is a beautiful opportunity here. You buy those shares. So let's just say you bought 1,000 shares, right? 1,000 shares is only going to cost you $2,700, right? Let's say you bought. Okay, yeah, most people aren't going to have 27 grand to plop down on that. So let's just say you got 1,000 shares. So you're able to sell 10 contracts. You sell that 5 strike there for about 43 cents. So you're able to collect a quick $430 on that. If you're only paying $2,700 for the shares, you're collecting $430 there. You know, and then you're also making to the upside there from $271 to $5. So that's a pretty decent return there. So if you like that, you could certainly do that. But what I would do personally is if I was jumping in that, I would buy the shares now, wait until the shares pop to at least $3.50. Then I would sell to open that 5 strike or that 7. I'd honestly go with that 750 strike because it's going for 28 cents. That 5 strike's going for 43. You know, that $2.50 on 1,000 shares is going to make an extra $2,500 there. So, you know, I'd much rather go with that 750 if I was selling open. But like I said, I'd wait until it gets up to about 350 a share to do that because you're going to collect a much higher premium than it's at right now. Let's see. Skyjack said, check out Party City, PRTY. Party City is looking good there on a daily chart there, Sky. That has that 1020 cross. It had resistance at $7. It broke that. It had its next resistance at $8. It broke through that. Now you could be looking for that $9. Party City is looking pretty good there. Especially with all the holidays coming up, I think people are going to, you know, do some nice things for the holidays now that everyone could finally be together for the first time, you know, in 2 years. So I do like that. That's a nice one. And that one probably has some options here as well, PRTY. So see, there's some really nice ones that you're able to just buy and sell some covered calls against, bring in that money. This one here, I'd be doing the 10 strike probably, the 10 or 11 strike. I'd probably go with the 11 strike there. Sell to open that for about, you know, 65 cents there. So that'll cost you $8,400 for, for those 10 contract, or I'm sorry, for the 1,000 shares, and then you could sell those 10 contracts for that 11 strike there, bring in $650, plus you make that difference from where you bought it, 850 to 11. So, so here,
Pretty high price target of $24 from Edison Group.
so 250 times, obviously your 1,000 shares, you're making 2,500 plus.
28 cents at the high.
So you're making about $3,200 on an $8,400 trade. If it gets up to about that $11. And if it doesn't, you're holding those shares, and then you could continue to sell those covered calls every month there.
On a circuit breaker at the high is getting a
I'm watching that Ford. That Ford pulled back quite a bit. Everything's still pulling back here, guys. NASDAQ's only up 33 points right now. S&P's only up about 6. So still pulling back from those highs this morning. So I'm thinking that we're going to see continued selling pressure. Let's take a look at the major ETFs. Look at SPY. This candle, it's filled in, meaning, it's lower than where it opened up at. And usually when you see signs of that, you'll start pulling back here. Here's another one here. Filled in, and you start that retracement. So we got to watch that throughout the day here today. Definitely not going long yet.
He's on the scene and needs a plan with a mobile hotspot. We cut to downtown. Their sales rep Lisa has to send some files. Like ASAP.
Let's see, Skyjack said Lucid is climbing nicely. Lucid's looking great there, up about 11%. Skyjack, are you in the green on your Lucid calls yet? Good morning, Ray. Nice to have you with us. Ray, what time is it now in Arizona? Qs are starting to get a little climb here. Take a look at Qs. Is it really 6:47? I thought it was only 2 hours behind. Wow. I am not a morning person, so you're getting up at like 4 a.m. to trade the markets. Wow. 4:30 a.m.? Oh, man, I can't do that. I am not a morning person. I could work all night long till, 4 a.m., but I cannot get up at 4 a.m. Apple is not looking great yet. On a today 1-minute chart, yes, it's looking like a breakout there. You could day trade that. But as far as a daily chart goes here, it did hold that 142.50. But just not trusting the market yet. SPY is starting to climb here. I like the looks of that candle on a today 1-minute chart. Starting to break out here. That's a nice little run. Look at Qs. Look at the candle on Qs here. Huge breakout on Qs. Tesla's on the climb, guys. Take a look at Tesla.
STCE, Virgin Galactic, January $24 call streak, Sandy Papa, Charlie Echo.
Nice breakout on Tesla, guys. Look at Tesla up about $10 there. Qs are breaking out. Huge breakout here, guys, on Qs. New highs of the day on Qs. SPY's on the run there.
That was JP Morgan Asset and Wealth Management CEO Marical and Erdo speaking earlier this hour.
And you're going to make her pay?
Bring out so I was talking to Mickey Drexler.
Okay,
We're going to make him pay for dinner next time.
Oh,
You paid last
I
time.
paid last time. I don't put in. I've never put in. I've never put an expense bill in 25 years. That way no one can ever say you had it.
Yeah, that was expensive too. Yeah, that was expensive too. Not worth. Back to Mary Erdos. You heard what she had to say.
The bubble, toil and trouble. Does anyone ever come on and say?
Jerry jumped in Apple Leaps yesterday.
I do. I think there are stocks that now cooled off in the last few days and are getting interested.
Like what? Like what? Yeah, like what? Give me an idea.
I don't think Apple would be bad for a leap there, Jerry. Trade that up to at least 150 there. Not too bad. Come on, Tesla. Let's go.
Charlie Sharp chose that. You wouldn't expect to stop Wells Fargo. Charlie Sharp has fired everyone, and now I guess gets to fire.
Tesla's at the highs of the day. Nice breakout on Tesla, nearing 788 right now. Watching Q's SPY over here. AMD got a nice little climb over there.
Indeed, I've got a Michael.
Remember, unemployment numbers are tomorrow.
Calling back.
Hood is on the move. Hood is looking good there. There's that move that we were waiting for with Hood. That is a nice opportunity to be trading Hood here. Are you guys still in Hood? I don't think I'm in that anymore. I sold that yesterday.
Well, maybe Evergrande should have done a few more FICO scores. We talked a lot about it last week. Of course, the possible default of that very large property company in China. Mary Hurdos has some thoughts on Evergrande as well. Take a listen.
Everyone's talking about Evergrande as if it's a country. It's just a company. It's not a small company, but it's not the largest thing that's happening in China. It's only 2% of the real estate debt market in China. It's only 1% of the China US dollar bond market, and it's less than 0.5% of the China local bond market. And so, no, is it a Lehman Brothers? No.
It's never the whole Lehman thing's a false narrative.
Yes.
What it is has the government decided to attack the property sector, which is the big growth engine of that country? 30% GDP. It's been very overinflated.
And also the greatest wealth creator.
Right.
Because the stock market, frankly, has not done a great deal out there for some time.
But is the government going to be after Evergrande and then the next? Or is Evergrande an outlier because it has $300 billion in debt?
Well, we aren't, listen, they did sell a stake in a bank that has enabled them to raise another $1.5 billion. The state, or state-owned enterprise. Yeah.
The giant, I mean, they're creating.
But the state-owned enterprises are getting bigger once again in general, and not just in all the parts of the
Party-owned
world.
enterprises.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the pajama party, just so you know.
Okay. You can still register, by the way, for delivering alpha right now. You can get the morning sessions on demand.
Tesla is looking good, up 220 bucks on that Tesla today. Waiting for that to continue to break out. There she goes. Robinhood is one that I want to keep an eye on here. Let me make another watch list here for us. All right, whatever we want to add to our watch list here, we can add.
We're for those who love to discover, who know an open mind is the only kind, who are their own personal stylist, who know where to escape, even just for a moment, who don't need a fortune, find a gem, and who know when you spend less, you can discover even more. They never ever.
There goes Q, still on the climb. Tesla's looking great, up 12 bucks. I might get right up to that 800 today there, Skyjack. That'd be a nice breakout.
Majority Leader Schumer said
How many contracts do you have of Tesla?
default on the U.S. debt.
I want to go over some of these down here. GLSI. Tesla still on the climb, looking good there. All right, let's see GLSI. Nothing I like there. There goes Q's and SPY still climbing. Nice breakout there.
Crashed online. I felt completely helpless. My entire career and business were in jeopardy. I call a reputation defender.
Tesla still climbing up $13 now.
At reputationdefender.com. Find out your online reputation today.
790 she just broke.
They were able to restore my good name.
Visit reputationdefender.com or call 1-877-866-8555.
Almost profitable on those Tesla calls. James, are you still holding Tesla?
So much to talk about. Pipeline, I predicted it would probably barely be down. It is. It's only 15 cents down. It's down 3. Analysts don't know what they're doing. David,
There we go. Ford's getting a climb there too. Disney's on the run there, guys. Disney's on the climb nicely. I'm green on the Disney calls today, even though Disney's still down about 42 cents.
without a hitch, according to Morgan Stanley. This is the test in China.
No, Randy, we got into actually that was a group trade there, Tesla, the other day. I think 2 or 3 days ago.
Firm is going from being
We got the Tesla October 8th 800 call. Well, I got the 800 call. I think Skyjack got the 775 or the 780.
We're running out of time here, but how is it doing that? Like, what do you mean?
it's offering you credit card, debit plus, capital loans, brand spots, promotions.
James is in the October 15th 800 strike. Dwayne has the 795. A lot of people sold on some to Tesla. They're pretty costly too, going out to that October 15th. Little pullback there on Q's and SPY right here on it today in 1 minute.
That's the dominant.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, 2% Doberman. Down. That's a nasty
Didn't even know you could do 23 and
23 week for dogs. David, I suggested pilot.
All right. Well, have a great show later.
I want to stay here with you, but I can't. I got to introduce Sanjay Roto
Yeah,
right
you
now.
gotta have
And then
breakfast
Benioff.
and lunch with Benioff. Same town. Doesn't big fly without Jim next.
And I'm playing this guy Tremble. Tepper has not checked off. Tepper owns the Panthers.
Yeah, he's a happy January fan. So we have but we have a lot more on the markets after, of course, that sell-off yesterday. The S&P up.
Coming up.
While I'm watching the markets here, I like to look at the news on the iPad here.
What if you could see all the things your life could be? Makes you wonder, what if?
Would that be tough?
Can you believe in mayhem?
Is it possible that we've met before?
Opie and Joe, September 20th on NBC.
Hey, Lily, I need a new wireless plan for my business, but all of my employees need something different.
Oh, we can help with that. Okay, imagine this. You're Rob. He's on the scene and needs a plan with a mobile hotspot. We cut to downtown.
Nvidia is still getting a climb.
Citizens of violence. Like ASAP.
So basically, I can pick the right plan for each employee.
Yeah, I should have just led with that.
With AT&T Business, you can pick the best plan for each employee and get the best deals on every smartphone.
Oh, it was terrible. I was totally stranded.
No TP?
Nope, empty road.
So what happened?
Well, we started buying Charmin Super Mega Roll.
Whoa,
That's huge.
Charmin Super Mega Roll is 6 rolls in one and lasts so much longer, you don't always have to worry about the roll running out.
I'm glad you rescued Dad.
Me too. Get with it.
AMD's climbing off that 10. SPY's starting to climb there. Let me go back over here. Go back over that that research I was looking at this morning.
And the wedgie pickers. With a pad made like no other. To protect like no other. Up to 0 leaks. Because it locks blood in. Up to 0 bunching. Because it flexes. Up to 0 feeling.
Pending home
because
sales.
it's made of flex foam. No worries. For real. Just always flex foam. Available with a 100% pure cotton top sheet.
Plus 8.1%.
Zero in on opportunities. Red hot startups. The highest
Plus 8.1%. There goes Q's. There goes Tesla on the climb again. Nice breakout here on the markets.
8 a.m. Pacific. CNBC.
From one flight's pageant, you've got to see
Consensus was plus 1.4% for S&P on pending home sales.
1,000 planes. Paid, and you're on your way. Nothing better than a
S&P futures
personalized
popping
meal
here.
on board.
It should be a beautiful day in the Bahamas, listeners. We should be landing in about 20 minutes.
A great vacation always starts with your flight experience. Use your time wisely.
also known as Jay Powell, also known as the Fed chairman, with Bannon from the Dow.
There goes Tesla on the climb. Q's at new highs of the day. SPY's at new highs of the day. AMD's at new highs of the day. We're continuing the climb here. NASDAQ's now up 125.
November 7.5 call activity. Tango Romeo India.
Waiting for Facebook to really climb here. Facebook really isn't moving much. Love to do a day trade on Facebook. But look at that candle there. Doesn't look that great. Big red candle there on Q. SPY. A sharp pullback there.
David, pending home sales in August jumped 8.1% month to month. That was an unexpectedly high jump. The street was looking for about a 1% gain, and this came after 2 straight months of decline. Sales still down 8.3% year over year, but all regions did see monthly gains. The strongest gains were in the Midwest and in the South. Now, the Realtors chief economist, Lawrence Yun, said rising inventory and moderating price
LGPN,
conditions
Jedline
are
announced
bringing
potential
buyers
buyer
back
market
to the
correlating
market.
with home
We
sell
do still have very high
e-bio
prices, though,
activity.
up
That's
nearly
the
20%
Falcons in
year over
November.
year, according to the latest Case-Shiller index. But that was for July, and realtors are saying that while they still see very strong demand, they are seeing fewer bidding wars as these buyers come up
TGI,
against
Triumph Group
affordability issues. So
extending
again,
repair
pending
management
sales
agreement with
is a
MTU
measure of
Maintenance.
signed
That's
contracts in
Tango Golf
August, so
India.
an indicator of future closed sales in September and October, taking a very large jump, up 8% in August. Morgan?
Let's take a look at Sage and ATH. That's one that's coming up on my research here of some value stocks here as well. Let's just take a look, see what the charts look like. This one, just with those little lines there, I could already tell you the volume's really poor. So if I go to studies and put volume on here, watch. You see the lines here? That's right there. That means no shares were traded for that whole minute. So not much volume. 3-month daily. Now see, they're saying this is the best value stock out there. You know, maybe if you wanted to hold it for a few years. But, you know, seeing that volume, there's really nothing coming in yet. So it's just going to be stagnant money just sitting there. Let's take a look at ATH. It's another one that's saying it's one of the best value stocks. Not looking too bad there.
Life Cycle Holdings announced some call activity. The November
NLY.
payment into Charlie Yankee.
Difficult day in technology, which many of the shares are looking to rebound. Josh?
So, Dave, it is a better day for tech bulls right now. Let's start with some of those big names. Facebook.
Don't like the look of that one.
Alphabet and Microsoft, of course, hit hard yesterday. Facebook now down about 10% in September. That means it will likely snap.
Life Cycle earlier announced a $100 million investment from
Though
Hope.
some see opportunity.
Watching the major ETFs here. Q's SPY.
No purchase estimated.
While I'm doing some research here.
Growth, he says, and it will benefit, he argues, from economies reopening.
Shares of
The chips,
Life Cycle now at $11.78, hitting the intraday high with a high of $12.43 in the pre-market. Following that press release, that's Lima India Charlie Yankee, LICY.
Here's another one, Investors Business Daily. They're saying the best stocks to buy right now. Now, this article came out on the 26th. They said NVIDIA, that's their number one pick to buy right now, NVIDIA. Now, this came out on the 26th, like I said. So, the 26th was right, you know. So that pulled back significantly since that. There goes AMD. Q's on the climb there a little bit. Tesla still wants to break out. She's up $12. So there's one of them that are saying that's their top pick, Investors Business Daily. Snapchat is another one, but that pulled back. And as you can see, they announced that on the 26th, right at the highs there. So that pulled back significantly since their article. FND is another one of theirs. That one pulled back quite a bit. Costco, there you go, Ray. Investors Business Daily, one of the best picks is their Costco. And that one, again, was on the 26th there as well. Costco's looking good there on that pullback down to about 450. Held that 450 there. It's not a bad looking one. And then another one is Mercado Libre, MELI.
LCI Financial, lively traded stock. Charlie, India exports increase here as expected.
And that one again was on the 26th. So that one pulled back quite a bit. So not going to be looking at IBD there.
Joseph, I'll put the same question to you, especially given the fact that, just to put some context around the
Here's Fools.com top picks here.
in stocks. I mean, the Dow's only down something like 3.7% from its mid-August peak.
So their number one pick is AI.
Has been the underperformer. It's down something like 5% right now. But it's been quite a while, despite the dramatic moves of recent days. It's been quite a while since we've seen something more significant in this market, what some might even call a buying opportunity.
So certainly the markets have had the long expected.
They're saying this one could easily double.
Confluence of factors that came, as we moved into September and October. But I think the underlying foundation.
And then their second biggest pick here is Zillow.
So that trend seems to be quite meaningful, and I think that should give everyone confidence that that reopening and the improvement in the
Dwayne, that's free info. I just check out the websites each day.
supply chain challenges, and that's one of the things.
And then I usually see if there's anything that I like there, but they have much longer term targets, and I'm not into that.
LCIB, Lucid Group, shares
So the other one is Z,
high now. They got Charlie.
Zillow Group. They're saying that's well off the highs there, 50% off the highs. And look at Zillow, it's about 208 there, pulled all the way back to 88 bucks. SPY's still holding that 20 right now. I'm watching Q's SPY. Robinhood's still on the climb, up about 1.4%.
Next day that it begun production of its electric vehicles and deliveries to begin late next month.
Tesla is looking great.
About 14%.
New highs of the day on Tesla.
Democrats and Republicans, so one or two votes will
Nice run there on Tesla.
corporate tax increase or not. So typically, markets are able to digest that change as policy goes through the system. But here, when you've got that, that very, very slight, balance of power, it's just harder to predict, and markets don't like surprises.
I'd love to add to that Tesla trade.
And again, we're talking about Sherwin-Williams, the fact that that company just cut its guidance again, second time in less than a month. Because of inflationary pressures, you could say the same thing about Calming, which is raising egg prices. These are just two companies from this morning. I mean, inflation is here, and what we didn't hear from the Fed in the press conference, yes, it was in the statement, but not in the press conference last week from Powell, Fed Chair Powell, was the word transitory. And it does seem like, based on his testimony yesterday on the Hill, the Fed is signaling that perhaps inflation is here longer and bigger than had been previously anticipated. So how much is this affecting what we're seeing in the bond market and thus the ripple effects to things like equities right now?
I think what we're
Robinhood is still on the climb there, guys. That's looking pretty good. There goes Tesla. Wow.
consumer expectations for inflation as well as break-even rates move higher. So I think we're getting a broader consensus, whereas before the consensus
Only down 9% on Tesla now after that big pullback.
there's certainly more acceptance from the investor community
And that is next week's expo, so plenty of time on Tesla. SPY's on the climb, Q's on the climb there.
Bring enterprise class security.
Looking pretty good.
make some feel a little bit more
That's
uncomfortable.
Charlie
So
Hotel
while
Kilo
we
Papa.
still think that inflationary pressures will subside,
CHKP.
they could be with us until the middle part of next year, in large part because of some of the extended supply chain disruptions that we have been seeing, which I agree with Joseph that we are probably going to be looking at some tumultuous movements in markets related to perhaps
Let's see what else I can find here.
to supply disruptions, but we do think that sets up for a very favorable inventory rebuild on the other side. But inflation is something we think that on the margin, the risks are still
Lucid
skewed to the upside, so we
continue to
remain
see heavy
overweight
call
to
activity. The
cyclical
weekly
equities as
$28
well as
call
of these sell-offs to build your exposure risk assets, whether it be credit risk assets or equity risk assets. In the near term, I think you're going to see some volatility. I think you're going to see and commented on inflation. So we see inflation as, I guess we agree it's transitory. That transitory period is lasting longer. So we see inflation running hotter here well into 22. I think we think it'll subside in the second half of 22, but that'll keep the bond market volatile. And this has been a pretty monstrous move. I mean, you've seen the last 6 or 7 sessions, the 10-year went from 130 to 150. I mean, that's a big move that markets on the equity side appropriately responded to.
All right, we're going to leave the conversation there. Thank you both for joining us today.
Qs are pulling back a bit here. Big red candle on Qs.
We're going to talk about Micron, which you can see the shares are down, but not much. This is following last night's earnings results and a cut in guidance. But first, let's get out to Carl Code for a look at what is still ahead in the show. Carl.
Hey, David, coming up after the break, we'll talk a bit more about what Elon Musk said last night about crypto regulation, the crackdown in China, AI safety, space, Tesla stock, and not be invited to that White House event on EVs when we continue live from the Code Conference in Los Angeles.
Coming up at 10:30, crude and gasoline inventories. Crude, a draw of 1.652 million. Distillates, a draw of 1.648 million. And gasoline inventories are filled of 1.4 million expected. That's coming up in 17 minutes at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
Developed with dermatologists. Good mood, good food. Hello Fresh. Use code BOD14 for up to 14 free meals.
Do you remember that job hunting business we had when we were little? If we had the powerful new iPhone 13 Pro, Verizon 5G, we would have been the best dog groomers alive.
You were supposed to shave the whole dog, right?
Get the new iPhone 13 Pro on us for your business. Plus, we'll help cover the cost of switch because every business deserves better. Invested $10,000 and it turned into $1.3 million.
Our core audience is what we call skin in the game fans.
So you definitely think of this as more skill than love.
100%. Cryptocurrency, trading platforms, it doesn't feel like real money.
Do you realize that Dogecoin was started as a joke? Yes.
People are starting to balance very risky habits. I'm trying to motivate our generation.
Generation Gamble.
OCID boosted now the November 40 call sweep.
They're just real
These
people.
are India Delta.
Dedicating their lives and their science to making the world a better place.
Everything pulling back a little bit here. SPY consolidating a bit. Tesla, Q's pulling back. Sammy, I sold those in the morning when we started to climb there. Let me see what I sold them at. 58 cents out of SPY puts. 21 minutes ago. 9:53 a.m. That was a hedge.
So you can move the world.
Waiting for Tesla to start to climb here. I want to see that. We could definitely see that at 800 by the end of today if we continue a climb. Ford's just in the green, flirting with the green. Disney calls her in the green. There goes SPY again climbing. Q's getting a little green candle there.
Spiking to the high, $2.04. Again, the company announcing it entered the workers' comp market.
Apple is still on the climb, guys. Any of you get into that Apple you were talking about? Nice climb there.
Provider participation agreement.
I know Jerry got those leaps.
From us to Victor and Aomi.
Less time suing and more time trying to get to orbit, defending himself on drivers who sue Tesla on self-driving technology that he argues will save their lives, and defending himself against not being invited to a White House event about EVs. Take a listen.
Like Biden held this EV summit didn't invite Tesla. Invited GM, Ford, Chrysler, and
Biden held EV summit and didn't invite Tesla. That was a pretty douchebag move. Why? Because he's a Trump supporter? I don't even think... Was he a Trump supporter? I'm not sure. There goes SPY again taking off. There goes AMD, Qs. Everything's on the climb there again. Cent. What's that, Jerry? Cent. Okay. That's a nice delta, 60 cent.
Said he, House Committee plans to vote on a bill to federally legalize marijuana on Wednesday.
Lucid deliveries are rolling out end of October, so that should be a nice boost for your Lucid. I think Skyjack has November Expo, don't you? Might be October monthly. You guys have November Expo. That'll be nice for you on that Lucid. Looking for something to day trade here, guys. That AI over here that I have, you know, that one's moving. First candle above that 10. But I've never traded options on that one before. Let me take a look there. Yes, ET Investments says Boeing. We were looking at Boeing before there. That had a big climb. Let's see, what's it doing? Wow, up 5% now just about on Boeing. Continuing to break out there. That's a nice setup. There goes AMD. Huge candle on AMD. There goes SPY on the climb. Yeah, Boeing's definitely heading for 230, you know, and then, you know, after that, we could be looking for about 240, 250.
Yeah, clearly he felt left out. And given what Tesla's done for EV adoption all around the world, you might argue he's right. But on the other hand, in context, he had some sharp words for the SEC once again on crypto. David, he was asked, what should the SEC do about crypto? And his answer was essentially nothing. Just let it fly, which is interesting, sort of given how he perceives, and he knows a lot about payments, as we know. How he perceives the blockchain in general, sort of helping the various silos that are money payment systems getting together and reducing latency in money. Just a great discussion that really covered the gamut last night here at Code.
Yeah, there are a few people on the planet you could think of who you wouldn't want to sit down with more than sit down with Elon Musk, at least when it comes to, well, so many different things, Carl. Thank you for sharing. Let's get some breaking news now. We've got it from DC. Elon Moy has that for us. Elon.
There goes Qs. I'm watching Qs here. Starting to climb off that 362, held that 50. That AI over here, that one's looking pretty nice on a 1 minute. You know, possibly back up to that, you know, 47.30. There goes SPY. Nice candle there on SPY. Breaking out. Q's doing the same thing. So we're getting a broad-based rally now off support. Nice candle there on AMD as well. SPY is looking great there. Tesla's up 14 bucks now. Tesla nearing 792. What do you guys think? Hitting 800 today on Tesla? She might get there. Steven, we sold Hood yesterday in the afternoon session.
Continue to watch it for us in what is a very busy week. Elon Moy, thank you. As we head to break, check out shares of Boeing. Leading the Dow today as Bernstein upgrades the stock to outperform, raises its price target to 2.
Tesla is still climbing up 500 on the day on Tesla. I'd like to see that Facebook start to climb there. I have that out of the money vertical spread I picked up.
You can see those shares are up almost 5% right now. Boeing, that is. There's more. Stay with us.
Q's still on the climb there.
Heavy blowers. The butt checkers.
Tesla up $15 now.
The wedgie pickers. With a pad made like no other.
She's nearing 793 on Tesla.
Zero leaks. Because it locks right in. Up to zero bunching. Because it flexes.
There goes SPY again. SPY's got another climb.
Made of flex foam. No worries.
There goes Q's. Q's are nearing the highs of the day.
Available with
Ford climbing again. Disney on the run. Disney just turned green for the day. We should see a nice climb on Disney coming. Express up 2% now.
I created my wines as a tribute to my dad, Josh. Our Chardonnay is smooth and balanced, with a touch of oak character. It's a difficult wine to make, but his dad always said, you keep working so you get it right. Have a taste. Let us know what you think.
crispy green beans from Bird's Eye.
Apple's still on the climb, Jerry, nearing 145.
Finger friendly. Perfectly dippable way to eat green beans. Yes, please. Bird's Eye, a new twist on veggies.
Slow down there past 3 minutes on these candles. Delta Airlines nearing $44 again.
Business bookings are back to the previous peak that they hit in June, and the opening of the
When the
transatlantic
S on
gauge
is
this
holding,
week, actually,
the
our
March
Atlantic
$10
bookings
call
are
active
a bit
now
higher
instead
this
of the
week than they
Delta
were for the same
Sandy
week in
dollar index.
2019.
United Airlines CEO says business bookings are back to previous peak levels, which is great for the airlines.
But we appear to have bottomed and be back on the road to recovery.
That was United CEO Scott Kirby. He joined us earlier today on Squawk on the Street. Morgan, of course, I know you listened. I think 593 employees who won't get the vaccine and are going to be terminated, but obviously that's they've got a 97+% acceptance rate. I asked him, interesting, what advice he would give to other companies that are going down the same road, and he said, just do it. Just tell people this is it. We expect you to get vaccinated. If you're not, you're going to get fired. And just move along. It seemed to have worked for them.
The part that I'm so curious about is all of this policy is crafted, whether it's on a corporate level or federal government level, is the natural immunity piece of the puzzle. How many of those 593 workers maybe have had COVID and have had COVID rather recently and therefore have the natural immunity? And I don't know the answer to that, and I haven't seen much of that data or that discussion in the policy making, but I am curious about that process because it's not just vaccines that people are
And
finding
you'll
themselves
know
at least
now
temporarily
after the
protected
press
from where
release,
COVID is concerned. I mean, I wonder how it's
the
going
press
to
release
all
now hitting
shake
the
out where
seems to still say, and he's the guy I go to.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's been so sort of, I think, right. And he says, obviously, much better off getting vaccinated as well, although there is obviously some opportunity. As for business travel, that's a question we continue to come back to as well.
And that matters
Kirby
to
may
these
have
stocks.
one thought on it. I continue to hear from executives, which I've said many times, yes to getting on a plane to win new business, not as much interested in follow-up visits anymore.
That's right. I mean, I can think about some of the executives I've spoken to in recent months who have said that they have permanently cut some of that business travel because it's just not necessary anymore.
Tesla finally starting to get a climb off that 20. Qs were getting a climb there, so we're SPY. Let's see if it continues.
And at least some of that travel is now reaching an inflection point coming back. We're going to have to see how it all shakes out. It's time now for our ETF Spotlight. We're taking a look at
Ford's still on the climb, nearing 1440.
territory so far this week along
There goes Q's on the climb, SPY's climbing.
start of September. One name trying to boost the sector is Eli Lilly. It's up about 1% right now. It's getting an upgrade at Citi from neutral to buy. A price target increase to 265. Citi pointing to the stock's valuation following more than 15% drop in Lilly's share price. We'll be right back. Oh, it's up 2.5%. I correct myself. We'll be right back.
Tweet from Ripple. We're incredibly excited to launch our $250 million creator fund to enable creators to explore new use cases for NFTs on XRP Ledger and engage more deeply with the communities they care about. That's from Ripple. Tweet from the company.
Hey, change the channel back.
Sorry, it's up to the wheel.
You invested $10,000 and it turned into $1.3 million.
Our core audience is what we call skin in the game fans.
So you definitely think of this as more skill than luck.
100%. Cryptocurrency, trading platforms, it doesn't feel like real money.
Do you realize that Dogecoin was started as a joke?
Yes. People are starting to develop very risky habits. I'm trying to motivate our generation.
Shares of Paycom, RTKAT getting a pop here. Following that Ripple headline, Tango Kilo Alpha Tango.
Largest universities in the country. Online students
Still slowly climbing here, guys. It's just a really slow climb here this morning.
see what scholarships you qualify for. Find your purpose at gcu.edu/myoffer.
LA is a movie.
It's a romance.
It's a comedy.
It's a comeback story.
I might re-enter into Robinhood, though.
Because hugs.
Get something a little bit further out.
For more information on COVID-19 vaccines, go to youtube.com/.
Like how it's holding that 10.
Brought to you by YouTube and the Vaccine Confidence Project.
Let me see what the options look like on it. Tesla back up 14 bucks. Okay. Hood. Let's take a look.
Halted again on a circuit breaker at the highs now, $7.50 at Papa Alpha Lima Tango.
That first trade we picked up there, and then we sold it that next day at those highs. Still well above where we got it at. Those 45 strikes are about $1.73 now. I think once they get that budget and everything passed, I think we'll see the markets get a nice little rally there. Like I said, I still think we're going to see a little bit of a pullback, from now until then. Big red candle there on SPY and Qs. Everything pulling back sharply here, guys. That's why it's really important to sit back, be disciplined here. It's about 10:30. Analyzing the markets for the first hour here. You're seeing that pullback happening right now, though.
384,000 versus a draw of 1.648 million expected.
Exposed to COVID.
Switching gears 10 days after the eruption.
See if Qs could hold that 362.
Has reached the sea, producing enormous clouds of smoke and dangerous gases. People in the area are being told to stay indoors and seal doors and windows with tape and wet towels. So far,
Well, if that happens, you're going to see those stocks like TCNNF They're voting on that. I don't know why these are pulled back a bit there. Look at Q still pulling back here on it today, 1 minute. Take a look at that pullback here on Qs. Look at those 3 red candles there. I mean, they're massive. See the size of that? That tells me that we're going to continue to see a little bit more selling pressure coming in here. We might even see the markets turn red based on the size of these candles here. Those 3 candles just took out the entire hour climb there on Qs. Just those 3 candles. So watch and see what happens here. We start to see a breakdown, we could jump into some SPY puts.
Managing through some softening, what they would call an air pocket in the near term with a willingness to take on inventory. And at the end of the day, we come in and out of these earnings cycles still thinking that this is an $8+ through cycle EPS story. So I think it was largely in line, not to see the surprise to see the stock kind of trade sideways here, but we still think the longer term positive thesis is very much intact for Micron.
Chris, same question to you. What's your take at this point, particularly given the guidance, as Aaron just pointed out, the stock really kind of trading sideways. Expectations perhaps have been for a bigger fall this morning.
Yeah, and the company did a pretty good job of level setting people during investor conferences during the quarter. So, and the problems in PC and the inventory that had built up in some areas of PC, I think were well understood. So really the question now is a mid-cycle correction or the end of the cycle? Management clearly on the call
Still pulling back here.
suggested they think this is mid-cycle correction. And we're optimistic as well. One of the things that you're seeing here is the gross margins are staying fairly well intact, flattish guidance as you go into the November quarter. And that's obviously a good sign that is not necessarily indicative of a rollover of the cycle.
Yeah, Aaron, we know you like Micron. Just looking at your coverage overall here, it does seem to be a bit of a mixed bag. What would you steer clear of right now? And what do you like, given all of the dynamics and factors that are affecting semiconductors in general right now?
Yeah, regardless of the near-term choppiness, we very much do like Micron. We think the memory to compute ratio will continue to expand. AI will continue to be a positive, secular growth driver, and then kind of the proliferation of compute out at the edge. Outside of Micron, we very much like NVIDIA. That's a platform story. We think there's many tentacles of future growth opportunity for NVIDIA, inclusive of the data center momentum that they're seeing today. And then we also like AMD on a market share gain story thesis continuing to play out. We've steered clear of Intel at this point in our coverage universe on the semi side.
Yeah, Chris, I'll put the same question to you, especially since you also cover, in addition to the chip stock, Apple, and we've seen that name among the other mega cap tech names getting beaten down a little bit in recent days.
Yeah, and the handset space in general has lagged the broader tech group as you've gone through the year. And a lot of that is uncertainty about what's going to happen on the next iPhone cycle. And so far, so good. And the best way to gauge...
Now notice the size of this candle here on Qs. Be prepared, because tomorrow if we see those unemployment numbers, aren't too hot, you're going to see a large pullback again. And then it's probably going to go into Friday as well. So be prepared.
This year than last year, largely because the phone's on time this year, which gives them more selling days. So we do like that. And we like the rest of the Apple handset supply chain. Top of that list would be Qualcomm. And they're partially exposed to Apple. But the bigger part of the Qualcomm thesis is the fact that Huawei, the biggest handset supplier in China, is really not able to make high-end handsets anymore because of the trade restrictions. The only place to
Watching the watch list, but nothing really happening. Tesla's still up about $11, which is nice seeing that hold its ground. Q's starting to get a little climb there on it today, 1 minute, but nothing major yet.
Not really. And again, the proximate issue that Micron's faced is PC. And what they're saying in PC, it doesn't relate to the rest of the space as well. Whereas the PC ODMs have a lot of inventory, and yet Dell, if you heard them at their last earnings call, said we need more components to make more PCs. So what's going on? And what's happened is there are some components that are readily available, mainly CPU and memory, and others that are constrained, like power management. And this is sort of push and pull in all of semis right now. And in one case, we've got kind of supply constraints, but in some areas, people worry that customers may have overbuilt some products that are readily in supply.
So far, the only place we've seen that issue has been in the PC space. And that's the only place where you really see any tangible levels of inventory, which is why we're more cautious on Intel and PC than we are on others. But for the broader space,
Trying to see if there's anything else here coming up. That looks good.
we're starting to see some evidence of prices going up.
Let's take a look down here and see.
Technologies right now, and I think that provides a good.
You remember we were talking about that PAL talk before? Look at the breakout that's up, 55%. You guys remember we were talking about this yesterday in pre-market hours?
See, weekly
Look at that
$80
sucker up, 55%.
Step in, at least here in the U.S. in a more meaningful way. How quickly could those dynamics change, if at all?
Now that's one. Let's see if it has options. If it does, that's one that you, with that IV spike, you'd want to definitely sell some covered calls against, but they have no options on it. That's a nice looking chart there, though. Man, we were talking about that the other day, too, looking at that market mover list.
The reason why we're in shortage right now in semis is simply because a year ago, and it takes a long time to add capacity in semi, well more than a year. Well more than a year ago, we had no idea that the economy would recover this well from the pandemic, and so we had not planned for it. So what we're seeing now is the result of toward the end, second half of 20.
Oh, that one's getting climb off those lows there.
And particularly in automotive, which is where the shortages are the most acute right now. And we think that will solve itself without government intervention. Now, the one place where government intervention I think
There's a
is
Roblox,
justified
RBLX.
for
Roblox
diversifying
getting a pop here
geographically
now
where
on some
semiconductors
volume,
are made.
seeing that call
And
activity. Romeo Bravo
some of
leading
the
that entry.
incentives that proposed for the U.S. would level the
RBLX.
playing field between the U.S. and elsewhere in terms of how much it costs to make the semiconductor plant. And I think that is good for the industry.
MXC.
That neon doesn't look bad for a longer term trade up to $30. I mean, that's a 200. That's a 200%er there. If she gets up to that 30-ish.
We'll leave it there. Appreciate you taking time, Chris and Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And by the way, don't miss the CEO of Micron later tonight. Will be a guest with Jim on Mad.
That's a good one, Ray.
At 6 p.m. Eastern.
Well, CNBC's Delivering Alpha conference is underway. Our Leslie Picker joins us now with some of the highlights. Highlights, please.
Hey, morning. Yeah, about 90 minutes into delivering Alpha, I just sat down with three large money managers from Mortgage Bank, Wellington, and Housers about their approach to the boom in ESG investing. I asked Christopher Ailman of Housers how much conviction.
Wow, look at that pop on Dollar Tree.
Most managers are just following the herd into ESG because it's the right thing to do right now.
EEI. Amber Energy spiking to the highs. Charlie Echo India.
Wow, this one's looking really good here, too. EM. Look at that EM.
Material and important to their investment process. And it's really hard because right now in a lot of surveys it's a check the box exercise. Do you believe in ESG or do you have any
No options on it.
Yes. And then you go to find out that there's very little being done in that case.
One of the key issues.
That does not look bad, though. Put that on your watch list, guys. If that breaks 350, let me know. We could definitely jump into EM. That's not a bad one. Trade that up to about $5.
We think that it would be useful to have those rules harmonized, if not exactly aligned with, harmonized with rules that we see popping up in other jurisdictions so that we're not operating in a multiple framework environment as global investors.
In about 20 minutes, I'll be sitting down with Orlando Bravo, co-founder of Thoma Bravo, for a progress conversation.
Look at this CEI. This one's just been on a steady climb for a while.
We have a full lineup throughout the day as well with Chamath Palihapitiya, Brad Gerstner, many more. It's not too late to register at deliveringalpha.com.
Wonder what is going on with that one. Look at the volume, 200 million.
Ford Ocean Power Technologies strengthens. Gives the fortune about Wave Energy.
What do you mean by that, Dwayne? A big Atlas push.
Backing off a little bit from those highs, but you can see still a 12%
There's a
run.
Ocean
Earlier
Power
in this quarter, we
Technologies
hit the
popping to the
market
high
cap on some of my systems
$2.59.
about
That's
44 and a half.
OTCT.
Stay right here. We're back after this.
Oh, Discord. Okay.
It's another day, and anything could happen. Get ready for it all with an advanced network and managed services.
202 million.
Get cybersecurity solutions that help prevent threats and let you see everything on your network. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Boost and Cricket charge more for unlimited 5G.
Yeah, no options. If there was options on that, no question, I'd probably pick up about 5,000 shares, sell some covered calls. Because with that IV spike from it going from, what, 30 cents to $3.70 there, the IV spike would have been so high on that. Let's see the high short interest. We haven't looked at high short interest lately. Remember we were looking at that quite a bit? Here's that high short interest. So here's the tickers, BGF. Let's take a look at some of these. I'm going to write some of these down here so we could just go down. BGFV, 41% short. Workhorse, Blink, same crap up there as, that's been up there. Let me go down, see if I see anything else. Big Five Sporting Corp, BGFV. Let's take a look at that. BGFV. So that's got a possibility of a big short squeeze there. Don't like the looks of that chart, though.
Rising yields hitting the high-growth tech sector. One portfolio manager says that just means investors should dig out their shopping list. Details on tradingnation.cnbc.com. More squawk on the street ahead.
So what I'm saying is people like options. When you take Geico, you can call them anytime you feel like saving money. It don't matter, day or night. Use your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, whatever. The point is, you have options. How convenient. Oi, crab cakes. What are you looking at?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
This is amazing. I love a car that oh my goodness.
So you act with confidence. Explore our daily price assessments online and see the whole story.
Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. We're live at the Code Conference in Los Angeles today, here to talk about the conference itself and the media landscape and a whole lot more is Vox Chairman and CEO Jim Bankoff, our host for the week. Jim, it is great to see you. It's great to be back on set together. Welcome.
Thank you, Carl. It's so wonderful to be back on set, and I'm so glad it's...
There goes Q's getting a nice little climb again. Tesla back up over 12 bucks.
It's thrilling to be back.
I talked to Kara Swisher yesterday about lessons you would give people who are feeling a lot of it. What does it take?
SRAX big token and right pool merge, resulting in favorable outcome for SRAX shareholders. That's San Diego.
See, it's really just choppy today. That's why there's not much, much going on today. You're seeing these. I mean, we're all over the place here, so no clear, real direction yet.
Person after person to say
Shares of
how appointed it was to have
SRAX
that
spiking
like
to
predictability
$5.49
there.
at the high.
That Code Conference does like no other. I love to think that we're the preeminent
Company announced the merger.
Sammy, what are you talking about? I thought you didn't deposit anything in there yet.
Big token and right pool.
What are the follow-throughs to corporate
That's
travel,
SRAX
right? And
getting
even
on
to
top to
return
the
to the
highs
office
and
right now
now
because there's so many
reversing
dislocations and you can pick a chart on
$5.20.
vacancy
That's San
rates and
Diego
make
near
all kinds of
Hong Kong
arguments.
expiration.
Yeah, I think, different companies...
Sammy, you weren't supposed to be trading. I didn't give you the go-ahead yet.
Speaking of them, I'm safe no matter where
Paper
you are.
trading, buddy.
And then, if you can do that, different companies have different needs for collaboration. We at Vox Media...
Oh, you made your money back on the trade challenge trade. Nice job on Bank of America.
vaccinated.
Yeah, that other money, don't do anything with that yet.
We had caps on how many people...
If you wanted to, I could show you some good stocks. You could buy some shares that sell some covered calls, and that way you got that little income check coming in each month there. But I heard you just jumped into Lucid. All right, sounds good, Sammy. I'll not add money until you say so. $400 trade, okay. But also remember, that $400 trade out of a $2,000 account, that's, almost 25% of your account there.
The second quarter last year was obviously tough, financially tough in bigger ways, but tough in the ad market. But we've rebounded in a really strong way. And so
Apple pulled back from the highs. They're back down to 143.83. Tesla's still at about $11 up for the day, 1.42%.
market though is making sure that you have scale, making sure that you have quality, quality in terms of the actual ads and the products that you configure at marketers, but also making sure they perform well. And
Guys, it feels so good to be back, and over all these appointments and everything like that.
I would argue, we talked about this a bit during the break, that of all the topics of discussion here, policy-wise, company-wise, it's been about Facebook to a large degree, and whether it's the Grill series on their documents.
It's good to be back in the groove of things.
It's hard to get away from them as a topic of discussion. Yeah. What's your thinking about where they stand right now?
SAJK, Shake Shack, the Kroger 75 call back right now, shares at 8305.
We do a lot of reporting
That's Sandy Hotel Alpha Kilo.
So, what strikes me about Facebook, obviously the kid stuff that is coming out, as a parent and as a human here, like we all care about that immensely. I'll speak, since we're on a business network, I'll speak to more of the business side, which is like one thing that
Here goes Tesla again, up almost $13.
IPO for today,
on a business side is to if you look at these
indicating
other platforms
$10.26 on
that are also big
405,000
tech
shares. That's my
monopolies or
typical
tech
kilo
platforms,
alpha.
they have at least spawned other big businesses.
Nice breakout there on Qs. There goes the markets here, guys. Nice breakout here. Nice climb. There goes Qs taking off. Spies on the climb. Spies near new highs of the day, up, almost 28 cents off highs of the day. Disney's still on the climb there. Disney's taking off nicely. Ford just had a nice climb. Nice breakout on Ford, up 10 cents for the day. 2% gain on Ford. I'm sorry, 0.47% gain on Ford. Express is up 2% there. Q's continuing to run, breaking higher. Nice breakout on Q's. There goes Tesla, up $15. Just nearing new highs of the day on Tesla. I love that climb on Tesla there. Nice breakout. That AI is taking off nicely too. I like the looks of that as far as the chart goes.
Coming up on Tech Check, by the way, a lot more on this week's market volatility. We'll talk to the most powerful leaders and investors in tech here on what this week's sell-off could mean both strategically and for the long-term investor. Morgan?
Great stuff, Carl. Thank you. Speaking of volatility, check out the biggest laggards on the S&P for the quarter as we approach the last day of Q3. It's Wynn Resorts in Las Vegas Sands, also FedEx. Gap is on there as well. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Breathe in your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins.
New highs of the day on Tesla, guys. Let's see what we're up on the Tesla trade. $500 gain on Tesla so far today. There goes Q, still breaking out. Sammy, so you just entered into those spy calls on that breakout, that 1020 cross? What is Randy in the money on? Tesla? When did he get into a Tesla trade? Just this morning with us, or did he get the one from the other day? On the dip. Nice. Nice pickup on Tesla on the dip there.
We cut to downtown. Their sales rep Lisa has to send some files. Like ASAP.
I want to see Q's and SPY, though, continue to climb, because if they don't, these ones aren't going to either. Disney's still climbing up. $300 for the day on the Disney calls for those leaps. Delta Airlines at $44.
It is one of this year's most anticipated IPOs.
From the East Coast, we are watching some of the key players in the alternative energy space. And the West Coast.
So many new streaming rivals.
The go-to destination for investors. Driving the future. Check. Weekdays, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. CNBC.
News from social media.
Now, I use Smart News.
It has news from all sides.
I trust Smart News.
Download Smart News for free today. Car shopping can be
Randy, what's your target on Tesla?
makes it simple by putting everything
Triple top on SPY for the day.
with added benefits of his
Yep, right up there to that 437 there, Kevin. 437, definitely that resistance there.
Lima Charlie India Delta.
Got to break that on SPY. There goes Tesla again.
Positive territory, as you can see here after yesterday's steep sell-off, and we are seeing some continued momentum in several of the key names that were outperformers yesterday.
Randy said his target's 800. What expiration do you have, Randy?
Staple sector, like ConAgra, also Tyson, Kraft Heinz as well. So even as we see some recovery in the hard-hit tech names from yesterday, the more defensive areas of the market still getting some increased attention. Keep it right here, Consumer Staples in Focus. More Squawk on the Street ahead. Stay with us.
October 8th. Nice. 795s. Great. I got the 800 for the same expo.
Makes you wonder, what if?
Was that me, Joe?
Can you believe we made him?
Is it possible we've met before?
Ordinary Joe, September 20th on NBC. Remember when no dream is too big? And you could fearlessly face the unknown. You still can. When you have a rock you can depend on for life, you'll be unstoppable. Like the millions of people who rely on Prudential for financial planning and investing. Who's your rock? I started investing to put money back into my gym. Yahoo Finance helps me research and stay on top of my game. It's about changing your life for the better.
We invested $10,000 and it turned into $1.3 million pre-tax.
Our core audience is what we call skin in the game fans.
SEC proposes hedge funds and pension to disclose votes on CEO pay.
Modernize and improve the electric grid. Emerson, consider it solved. We don't want a bank. We want financial freedom. That's why we rewired the American financial system. So your money can work as hard as you do. For your first home. For his degree. For her future. That's what we're chasing together. All in one act. 7 million strong. From Main Street to Wall Street. The money line. Here we rule.
3 meetings and 3 stops today. There's just never enough time. If you've ever considered flying private jets, you have to check out One Flight's badge. The badge makes searching and booking private jets as simple as booking a hotel. Just type in your location and find the closest airport. Then choose from over 4,000 jets in one place. When I land, there's always a car waiting for me, courtesy of One Flight.
Definitely lunge dump coming up there. But we're not far off the highs here of the day, so it's not too bad. I'm just waiting to see if we're going to have that larger sell-off in the afternoon, Karen. Like we saw yesterday. Facebook's not Facebook's up 0.4% after having that huge drop yesterday. So, you know, for me, looking at the watch list, there's really not much going on here that tells me we're gonna have a big breakout.
Back to you, Squawk on the Street. Let's get
Definitely not.
Brewer live from this year's Latitude Conference, discussing the impact of Latinos on the U.S. economy alongside a special guest, Contessa. Yeah.
Guys, be patient, be disciplined, relax here. Watch the markets. Right now, you're just seeing some choppiness. Some back and forth that's lasting 5-10 minutes tops there. Nothing really tradable here. Wait for that larger move here
or
to get a clear direction.
Some of that good
type 1
news
new
is
molecular
that
entity
if you look at these,
that's
the big Fortune 100
Alpha Bravo
companies,
Bravo
the big
Victor
Fortune 1000
VPVP.
companies, you've seen significant progress in the number of companies that now have at least one Latino on the board. We can show you that. But here's the thing, Esther, you say that doesn't paint at all an accurate picture of the progress.
That's right, Contessa. 2/3 of Fortune 1000 companies lack Latino directors. The absolute number of companies has been going down, but the other measure is the board seats. And it's the board seats where Latinos are invisible. In fact, Russell 3000 companies, Latinos hold 2%, a mere 2% of those
There's a
seats.
Lucid
Yet the
pulling back
population,
here on heavy volume,
we're
Lima
nearly
Charlie
2
India
in 10
Delta.
Americans, and there is ample talent.
You've seen 3%
Company CEO
population
speaking
growth,
now.
but less than 1% board seat growth overall. Let's talk about who's doing a good job and who's not. Let's look at, for instance, Amazon and Costco, some of the biggest companies out there that don't have Latino representation. Berkshire Hathaway and United Health. Why? Why don't they have someone sitting on their board who's representing, especially who their customer base is?
Well, the first thing you mentioned was Latinos are the least represented on board seats. And we
The
have the
CEO,
widest gap to close compared to
LCIT
the
Lucid
talent
speaking on
pool.
Bloomberg TV.
But what's more, and what you
Says
mentioned, is over the last
still
10
has to raise
years,
more money.
we have lost ground. And this is, the numbers only went up 1% and the population 3%.
SAB8 Cyber
So these
Sciences
companies
seeking
are
Alpha
really
Post
Why does it matter?
account with
Why does it
1,500
matter to the bottom
followers,
line piece?
$700 price target
Well,
on
the most
Sandy
important
Alpha
thing
Victor
is
Alpha.
this is not
That's
just
from the
about the
Seeking Alpha
right thing
Post.
to do. This is good for business.
Q's starting to get a little climb there again.
Seeking Alpha Victor
In the
Alpha.
U.S., there's plenty of talent.
Spine's getting a little climb there, trying to break out again.
Boards
Tesla not doing too much there. Still up 13 bucks on Tesla.
where 2 in 10
It's
Americans,
good.
we're driving
There's up from
28%
Cyber Sciences
GDP.
Now, see, if I see not too much movement, what I like to do intraday here is draw a nice channel here so you guys could see kind of where you're heading towards.
Sandy Alpha Victor Alpha.
In the employment base, Latinos contribute 70%.
It's not how I want it. Let me zoom out a little bit more here.
This is the current new American mainstream.
What's the big piece of advice, one piece of advice to companies out there that don't already have a Latino board director?
You're missing out on the talent, the perspective that can help drive growth. This is about shareholder value.
Esty Aguilera, thank you.
So that's what I'm looking for there with SPY. You know, if you break below that channel there, then obviously that's where you want to pick up some SPY puts. You know, and as of right now, you're just looking for that continued breakout, possibly getting up to 438 there if we really break out today. But if you break below that green channel here on SPY, that's when you really want to be looking. You know, you got a nice area of support here when it's coming down at the lower end of this channel here, and that's what you're really looking for.
See everything connectivity and electric vehicles. That's
Right now, it's just pretty choppy, so you're just watching right now. I mean, some of these cycles are only lasting about 5 minutes, and you'd have to be a really quick scalp trader to do that.
BUCI, Vuzix signed a distribution agreement at
Now, if Q's could break that 363, and if SPY could break that 437, that'd be a nice entry for a day trade there. And you could change that from a 1 minute to about a 5 minute,
there's a Vuzix
and just use that throughout the day, even if you change it down to about 3 minute.
You know, that's leaving other opportunities that are left for dead.
For the last 2 years, when the mega cap tech stocks sold off significantly, I'm a buyer.
Disney calls are up 300 bucks today. Disney's up only about 30 cents on the day. Robinhood came right back in the red now for the day. Good thing we didn't do anything with that there. Big pullback. Microsoft. McDonald's is having a big breakout again, guys. We've been talking about that for days there. Nice climb off that 10 as well.
Big tech and the mega cap names got crushed yesterday with FANG Plus and the NASDAQ 100 both on pace for their worst month in a year. So what's with all the confidence from tech we're hearing here at Code? Several big names.
Alrighty, guys, that is going to do it for us today for the morning session here. I got a quick appointment I got to go to. I made for my lunch break here. We'll be live at 3 o'clock again today. And we'll see if we can find any good day trade setups this afternoon here. I think we should be able to find something as long as we're not stagnant like we are since opening bell here. You know, NASDAQ's up about 88 points. S&P's up about 25. And we have the Dow up about 187 points there. So see if we can get some moves here in the afternoon. And I hope everyone has a great day. Watch for that breakdown below that channel there. You know, we're going to be targeting some day trades in the afternoon. So be patient, and we'll see if we can find some good day trades this afternoon. Dwayne says he got an alert on Dollar Tree this morning.
I think his take his defense on taxes, right? And also billionaires going to space, saying people should sort of thank billionaires. Maybe not the top of the thank you list, but goodness, like do nothing on crypto. I mean,
Guys, did you guys hear the news down here? Cassava Sciences seeking alpha post and sets a $700 price target on Sava. That's insane. $700 price target on Sava Sciences is $62 right now. I'm going to post that one in the trade room for you guys.
Very expensive cars, saying this is what it takes to innovate. You start making something that's very expensive for rich people, and then the cost comes down, and it ends up being available to everyone. Like he wants to be able to send people to Mars.
Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys in the afternoon. I'll be in the trade room as soon as I get back from the appointment there, and we will be live at 3. I'll send out that app alert for you guys. Alrighty, guys. Take care and have a great day, and I'll see you this afternoon. Catch you later.